damage. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Titans. All that and more coming up next.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
The outset, here's Mahomes. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Mahomes to throw once more. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his 3rd season now, it's Joe Burrow.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They start the drive with Anderson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Burrow will throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover. And
Want that momentum up.
Because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now Burrow on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
KC's offense ready to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this 1st half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Tennessee offense set to go again. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Burrow looking to pass. Screen play, Anderson. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 31, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time, but nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Anderson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. So they'll try again with Anderson. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Anderson. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, they'll be down early here in this first half. I think they felt their backs were against the wall already, so they go for it on 4th and goal. They're able to punch it into the end zone.
And they did a nice job there, feeling like their backs were against the wall, but going ahead and hunkering down and pushing forward and getting that score. That continues to give them an opportunity.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mahomes now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. Get 10 instead by going to the...
I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 1st down. Here's Burrow. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
From the 45 on second down. Burrow. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing again on second and 10. Burrow. This is Anderson over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs, as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets him to about the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Hands it off out of the gun.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Mahomes now on first down. That's into the hands of Fortson. Down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
There, sometimes you're across the goal line.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw on second down. Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Hardman to return. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a 1st down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in, enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
All start.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Burrow going to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. but he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. So the completion gets them just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go.
The 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming of 6 yards here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Now Burrow on first down. One last shot at the end zone. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?